Boswell on now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A first down throw here for Rivers. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Rivers now to throw on 1st down. And caught by Henry. Showed that brute strength, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That goes for a gain of 31. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
Rivers to throw it, and that's incomplete. He was going for Gates, his tight end that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Hey. 12.
A 2nd down throw for Rivers. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Mike Hilton.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. The Pro Bowl corner, Jason Verrett, on the tackle. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Melvin Ingram. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger.
Snickers.
They go play action with Roethlisberger. And the pressure gets to him again. Melvin Ingram in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And they'll go on the ground. Finding room at the 30. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. 82 yards. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Switzer now to return. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us now been hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. But it looked like the Steelers were able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Snickers, you gotta spin.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And it's brought in by Washington. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. This is Bell on the dump off. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he Steelers. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Chargers. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Play action now. Rivers. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Artie Burns, former first-rounder, there to break that one up.
That's a bold strike right there, taking it downfield and putting some air on it. But how about the coverage? Able to get his hands across the receiver and bat the ball down.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Henry. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch.
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, it looked like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. And he fires one that's intercepted. Rookie Derwin James with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Following the interception here, Rivers. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. And they'll go with the ground attack here. T.J. Watt in on the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
On third down, Rivers. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, fourth down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. Steps away to his left. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 30 yards there. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Goes underneath for Bell. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Of course, he was solid last week. AFC Offensive Player of the Week award. 2 touchdowns in that game.
Yeah, he's playing at a level right now where he's just breaking down defenses. Makes me remember when I was playing and my defensive back coach told me, listen, if you give up a touchdown pass, that's on me. I didn't coach you well enough. If you give up a second one, that's on you. And if there's a third one, I'm getting someone else in the game.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
Quarter. Jack 16. Jack 16. Double bump. Back.
Here's Roethlisberger. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Let's go.
They'll try and throw for him with Roethlisberger. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Set. 380. Lost right. Brown. Hey, 79. 79.
And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. A good comeback there after the penalty. 9 yards, and it's 2nd and 6.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Load it! Load it! Buffalo wall!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Here's Drew Kaiser now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Focus, focus. Focus, focus.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Denzel Perryman in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Snickers, 66.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Going deep here for Bryant. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jaleel Adai. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
First down, Rivers going for the deep ball. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
The Chargers on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. On 3rd and 1, here's Rivers. It's complete right side to Benjamin. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line.
12. Hey, keep it skinny.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. On the run, Darkwa. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Here's another 1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Santos with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now it's Roethlisberger. He's going deep for Brown, and he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Rookie Derwin James with a pick. And now running right through it. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find the spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Cluster.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Second down, Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. The former Buckeye, Cameron Hayward. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, Rocket.
3rd and long for Rivers. That is caught at the 7. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
380.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, go orange. Orange.
Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers. Buying time to his left. Rivers looking a little nimble there as he picks up a first down.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
Hey, go orange. Orange. Alpha!
They just got that play off. Now Rivers. Flushed out right. And right side, Henry's got it. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he's taken down inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
79.
And they'll run it here. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Rivers now on 2nd down. That is caught. It's Benjamin for the Charger touchdown. Travis Benjamin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The punter Kaiser now out to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Yeah, this is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. Now it's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Roethlisberger, and this one's incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, complete. It's Bell. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the 1st.
Brandon, sometimes we give a lot of these running backs credit for being good receivers, and all they catch are swings and screens. Le'Veon Bell's a full member of the passing game for the Pittsburgh Steelers, whether he's split out of the backfield or not.
Well, no doubt he can catch it, coming off a career-high 85 receptions in 2017. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. To throw again is Roethlisberger. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Melvin Ingram in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Now Benjamin avoids him at the 40. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers getting set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The 1st down throw here for Rivers. And his throw is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Go orange. Orange. Set. 380.
And on the ground they go with a running back. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And that is incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. On now, Kaiser, the punter, sending it away. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball to their territory.
And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. This is Bell on the dump off. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Show that bench release and go.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Melvin Ingram in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Returning, it's Benjamin. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. They're on to the second half now down in Miami. The Bills, they're just pouring it on in that one. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
Hurry up. Hey, go orange 5-4.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rivers escaping the pressure right. Going deep. That is caught. It's Benjamin for the Charger touchdown. Travis Benjamin with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. The punter Kaiser now out to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now out come the Steelers. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just...
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check 26. Gotta go. Monday.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jaleel Adai. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Yeah, Rocky. 12. Hey, left. Hey, hut.
Following the interception here, Rivers. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Rivers now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
12. Okay. Hey, left.
Rivers now to throw on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
A 2nd down throw for Rivers. He's going to look deep down the field. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. Again, it's Rivers. And he'll be grabbed from behind and slung down like a rag doll. Cameron Hayward in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet. Not
a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He completes it to Bryant. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Now Roethlisberger going to hand the bell. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Jack 16.
They go play action here on first down. To the right side and complete to Washington. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And that one results in 35 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Here's another second and goal, this time from half the distance closer. Now Roethlisberger. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Here's Bell. No gain on the play that time. So a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
Brandon, it's easy to make decisions from right up here where we are, right in the cheap seats, but let's be frank about this one. This isn't even a decision as far as I'm concerned. They have to go for it here. Field goal does you almost no good as time's running out in the game. If you want to win, you have to be aggressive here.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. They'll come out in the pistol. Roethlisberger. And it is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Chargers hold tight down near the goal line. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about. There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed, that's the spark they were looking for.
Now a play fake here on first down. Going deep here for Brook. And my goodness, another interception. Desmond King picks it. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Now they try the right side here. He hops over him.
That's why you stretch.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. The Chargers on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Here's Darkwa. And it's a fumble. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he gets it down to the 32. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Man open left side is Brown. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Ben to throw again. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. Steps away. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd down.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
Load it! Load it!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. The Chargers on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, Rivers. Eluding the pressure right. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Load it. Load it.
Rivers here to throw. Going deep here for Allen. He's got a man complete. And all the way to the opposite 45. Rivers to Allen on the hook up there. 41 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. A road win in the National Football League. That for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where